what is consciousness? From my understanding, consciousness, it is what I am conscious. So I am conscious that I am alive. I have that feeling, I know that I'm here, so I'm conscious about. So consciousness, it is the feeling that I know. Unconscious, it is something that I don't know. So what I have to know, what I have to be conscious, that I'm still unconscious. I want to resolve that conscious, unconscious from the beginning, because when you put thought to it, you will want to know what you still don't know. My all troubles that I encountered in my 50s happened to me because I was very unconscious about levels of consciousness. I didn't know that my life is lived on those levels. And levels of consciousness, it is kind of energy around me that affecting my life. I just discovered that recently. It didn't come so easily right away. But I just discovered that that's the way. And when I am aware about those levels, and when I am aware which emotional state affecting my life in negative way, what I learned that I can let go of this level. I don't have to connect with that level, emotional level. I don't have to live my life. I don't have to be affected. I don't have to make mistakes anymore, even though mistakes are welcome all the time. But not from the position that I want to make mistake, that I living my life in chaos, but in the position that there is intention behind, good intention, that I want to improve, and I am exploring. So in the way of exploring life, we allowing ourselves to make mistakes because we don't know. We do have a courage to try, but we don't know. We don't know how it's gonna work. So that's the courage, right? I wanna improve, but I still don't know. I still want myself make conscious, and I might make mistake. And then what I gonna do then? So what happened to me when I started to do more and more mistakes? I started to hate myself for those mistakes. I started to blame myself. And more I use blame, more I had a feeling like I was going down. I remember even a time, it was like exactly, I remember where it happened, when I felt kind of shift from feeling okay to the feeling like was very strange feeling, like not okay. And it was like a shift. It's hard to explain even in words, but it was like something like that. And it was so strange. I never had that experience before, but I was very, very down at that time. And what I learned later on, that I shift from positive field to negative field, deeper, because I was using blame on myself so much. I hated myself for mistakes. And it was so heavy that I felt in my consciousness as well. Good news that you can always change that shift again. And that's what I learned from Dr. David R. Hawkins. I didn't give up on myself. I was not in depression. I was just confused. And it is a good thing, because many people are prone to depression. And then they have to use kind of antidepressant to move themselves up. But if they don't understand what's going on in their psyche, in their emotional side, they still won't be able to help themselves. So it is very important knowledge. It's not common, but important. But because we have access to information, good and bad, at the same time, but at least that good information can be presented to us, to you as well. And because of internet, I gained more and more information, and I lifted myself up more and more, and I started to feel so good about myself. I was able to recontextualize a lot. So I still was aware about blame, that I can blame, but I was using that guilt, blame, to learn from it. Not stay there, not to blame others because of them, I'm feeling like that. No. I was not using against myself anymore. I used to lift myself up. And it is a wonderful feeling, because you just know that you do have a power over your life. So I will try to bring just in parts that information. I don't want to put you too much right away. But what you will gain, that your consciousness is affecting by unconscious. So what you don't know, and that's the decisions that you make from chaos, because you didn't know, and you say, oh, wherever. But right now, knowing that your consciousness is connected to levels of consciousness, that you can connect with the level of your understanding. So even though you are right now connected, your consciousness is connected to those levels, because we are living on the different levels. We are not connecting only to one level, even though you are connected, maybe primary, to negative levels. Maybe you just have good times as well. But the power of those levels is so powerful that we can feel good again, despite of still connection with those levels. Because right now you are making yourself aware about those levels and how those levels affecting your daily life and your daily decision. So right now you are becoming more conscious, and then you can experience You can experience. Because the only proof, that's the very important understanding you must have. You can only prove what you experience by yourself. Somebody might motivate you, but it is not your experience. You want to experience and prove to yourself that you are connected, and you can disconnect, and you can let go of those levels that are not beneficial, not pro-life. That's what you will learn later on, that they are not beneficial, that you can have a control over that emotional negative side. It is our negative side. You won't blame yourself, because what you will understand that you are on your path of growing, emotional growth, and you start somewhere, I don't know, maybe here, and you trying to go up and up, because sometimes you are here and you drop here. So there is a mixture, emotional mixture, like in all of us, but with that clear understanding that something happened and you just dropped yourself emotionally here. And now, because of that knowledge of those levels, you will know how to deal with that emotion. You won't be victim of that emotion anymore. To be unconscious about those levels, I want to make very clear, it is like you are all the time victim. I felt like that some time ago, that I am a victim. And from time to time, I have hard time to go up, to understand more. From time to time, like a human, I want to shout. I want to say, no, I want my way. So still that rebel is in me. But then I know that it's not going to work anymore. I know that I want to use that anger to move up, not to pull myself down anymore. Because now I'm conscious. Now, from now on, I can lead my life consciously. Just know that you will make mistakes. And what you will say, so what? Yeah, so what? You won't blame yourself anymore, but you will learn from that feeling of guilt. You will learn from it. You won't look for excuses. Why do you feel like that? You won't put responsibility on other people for your life. You will take that responsibility on your own. Why? Because now you understand. You are very conscious. You are very, very conscious that you always have choice. And because you're conscious about those levels, you are making yourself conscious that you always have a choice where you want to be. You want to be here, or you want to be here. And you will work on yourself. So what it is going to be next, I will explain those levels. So stay with me, stay tuned. I will give you characteristics. How do you feel when you are there? And I will give you some knowledge that you can only experience, how to let go. What is blocking you on your way? Because it's not conscious that those emotions are blocking my human potential, my human growth. It's not really conscious, but you will make yourself so conscious. It is going to be wonderful, right? I believe so. Do you? Stay with me, stay with me. It's a good stuff. Good stuff is coming. Hopes, a lot of hopes for humans, for me, because I finally took responsibility for my emotional side. No blame anymore on anybody. Everything, it's on me. Yes, my life is back to me. My decision. I won't blame anymore. My life. I love my life. I want to experience from the best experience ever. How to experience? Be more conscious. Be more conscious. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. More good stuff is coming.